you know, horses don't have the same gastrointestinal tract as humans do, obviously. They're herbivores, and which means that they are eating a lot all the time. Maybe not a lot of volume, but definitely like all day. We pretty much offer them hay. There might be a few hours where they don't get offered hay, maybe up to 6 hours, but that's it. Pretty much we're trying to keep that intestinal tract just churning all the time. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this, but horses can't throw up. They can't vomit. So we have to make sure that everything that goes into them is something that they wouldn't want to throw up. So this is mixed food. Let's show them your food. I know, come on, look, show them your food. He's a good boy. So this is, you can come here, it's okay. He's such a good boy. Anyway, this is mixed food. And see how it's all moist, and it's all, everything that goes into my horses is soaked. And we do that for a few different reasons. Be polite. Are you eyes? Are you being polite? Okay. Okay. We do that for a few different reasons. One is that if we want to mix herbs and supplements in there, it's easy peasy. And so, you know, you guys tell me you can't give your horses herbs, and that's just not a thing when you soak the grain. And if this isn't grain, this is pellets. And so we use pellets to feed the horses, and they're complete feed. And then we add chia seeds and herbs and MSM and glucosamine and things like that to their food. And then we stir it in, and that's what they get for their meals all the time. So if we add new herbs, they already know that they're gonna have herbs. They think herbs are normal. So they don't balk at them or have any issues. There's lots of times where I have to give him parasite herbs, and both horses are on nettles every day, all kinds of stuff. They're basically tonic herbs that help with their ability to handle chemicals in the environment, handle chemicals probably in part of their hay. And so just soaking the grain every day is super critical, I think, to the gastrointestinal health of horses. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much. Subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what you guys do with your horses. Hey guys, this is the horses feed room, and I know I should have cleaned it, but I didn't, so you get to see it as it is. I guess first thing I want to tell you guys is the horses, once a day they get their soaked, I'm going to call it the more complicated feed. So each of these, I do this a week ahead of time. This is all of their herbs and supplements in one day's ration. And then, so we'd use a pelleted feed as the base. So we use a combination of wild fed, which in our area is a really nice pellet. And then we also use the Triple Crown Natural, and we combine them with rice bran, and we make a kind of rice bran, and so I have alfalfa pellets, and that's kind of our base. And then what I do after that is I add things. So some things I do that maybe other people don't do is I'm trying to always minimize wormers as much as I can. So we run fecals once a month, and then I use this Artemesium wormwood, and it's excellent for strongyles, small strongyles, and we just use a couple of tablespoons per horse. Tino doesn't have any. The older horses a lot of times are immune to the strongyles, but the younger horses can still get them in their fecal. So I like to use wormwood as a preventative, and I use that every day in the summertime. I give them a rest from it in the wintertime. Let's see, I use a handful of chia seeds. Chia seeds are high in iron and linoleic acid. They're really excellent for the horses. And so I like that, especially if I'm going to be using Platinum Performance, which is this supplement. And I only use like a half dose of Platinum Performance, but they use a flax base for that. And flax is a little complicated, right? Flax meal, because it can go rancid. So you definitely don't want to have this supplement sitting in your barn for months and months on end. Flax is not as stable as chia seeds. It's a different type of omega-3. This is much more of an omega-3, and the chia seeds are just more linoleic acids. They're in the same classification of oils, though. They're really helpful and anti-inflammatory. So I also use a nettle and dandelion. This isn't what I'm using. I just use the container. a nettle and dandelion powder as their base herbal supplement. And then I will add things as needed. So both horses have a combination herbal formula that I made for them. So Tino, the little black horse, he tends to get more lung problems, more large intestine and lung problems. He is a metal constitution. Keeps all his emotions inside. And so I have to use herbs that help balance the lung and large intestine. So that's what these are, and they're custom for him. And then Mick gets more skin problems. He's a fire kind of guy. That's the redhead. And so every day they just get a little sprinkle of their custom herbal formula on top of their herbs. And again, this is all soaked into the pellets. If Mick is a little bit uppity, and we don't want him to be uppity, we'll use a combination of magnesium and milky oats. This is the milky oat head that we buy from a local herbalist. And I use 2 little scoops of milky oats with sometimes a double dose of magnesium to just calm him down if something crazy is going to happen. He gets a little bit hot. He is a fire constitution. And then, you guys probably already know about this, but we use apple cider vinegar in the summertime to prevent flies, and it's really great to do that. I will also use a little bit of garlic sometimes. I think that's perfectly safe in horses, but I'm only using like a teaspoon per day per horse. So between the wormwood, the apple cider vinegar, yeah, just using some natural things to help with them. For their joints, I use, right now we're on Cosequin and MSM. I don't know where it went. Oh, yeah, it's not, none of these companies pay me or anything. This is just what we're doing right now. So we do a scoop of MSM, which is anti-inflammatory and inert. So it's safe for the liver and kidneys. And Cosequin, before this we were using GLC, but they ran out. So some type of joint lubricant is really helpful for horses. And you can also use Adequan injections, but the cost difference is there. So anyway, I like every day, this is Mick's ration for today. I like every day if I can to add something live to their food. So in addition to soaking all that they eat in terms of pellets, that way we prevent choke. But also today's addition is just fresh dandelions. We have a plenty of them because we don't use any chemicals here on the farm. And so dandelion is excellent for the liver, right? And I mentioned with our Eastern Washington low sugar hay, I know there's chemicals in there. I don't research it enough probably to know what, but I feel like I'm helping the horses a little bit protecting wise with the dandelions. And then right now, I'll talk about this in a second too, but we're getting them used to grass again. Horses need to do things slowly. The transitions need to be slow. So you can't just like give them a huge amount of grass that they never had yesterday, and today they're on 12 hours of grass. So all transitions need to be slow. I think that's most of it. Hey, if you guys have any questions about horse management, how to deal with their supplements, how to supplement them, you know, please let me know. Send me an email, send me a question in the chats, and I'd be happy to answer that. It's great if other people can see your questions too, because then other people may have the same question. Anyway, you guys follow, you know, share, let everybody know about Tino and Mick's supplements and food routine. Thanks so much.